qualification. We start with Katarina Vidinova of Slovenia. Gymnast whose 6th place finish in the all-around has really helped her cement her chances of World Cup qualification for Tokyo. Sometimes you've just got to sit back and enjoy ballet, haven't you?
Slovenia.
The classical training is so evident in the work of Vidinova. I know it's something that I say over and over again, but well, it's something she does over and over again, so it's worth repeating. The fundamentals, the basics, absolutely secure in this hugely experienced gymnast born in Irkutsk in the Russian Federation. Oh, what a lovely line on the attitude pirouette, and then using the à la seconde position into the ring pirouette. That is fine gymnastics. Perhaps a little loss of height of the back leg in the leaps. Now, Vidinova's in a curious position in terms of Olympic qualification. Really curious, because she received a reallocated place at the World Championships, but because it's a reallocated place, she can also qualify for the World Cup, qualify for the Olympics through the World Cup circuit. If she does the latter, then the reallocated place from the World Championships would go to the next gymnast in line, which is Salome Pashava. So Vidinova really has a number of options, all of which lead to the Games of the Summer Olympiad and the first Slovenian rhythmic gymnast to do so. 23.35 for her. She's down by half a mark from qualification.
Arina AVERINA, Russia.
Arina AVERINA of the Russian Federation, the champion with the ball, now competing with the club's top qualifier, 27.65, highest execution, 8.85. The simplest way to judge if there's sufficient amplitude with the apparatus is, can you still see
Arina
it?
AVERINA
And usually,
Russia.
Arina AVERINA, the answer is no, you can't, because it's gone out of our camera shot right up into the rafters of the Gymnastics Sport Palace. Those of you new to rhythmic gymnastics, it's always worth stating that with the clubs, you're dealing effectively with two pieces of apparatus at the same time. Not there, because they can be combined to function as one, but they also have to do many different things. Gymnast has got to use the apparatus in varied ways so that both hands are doing different things. And there are suddenly double the number of objects to catch and bring under control. And she did put them under control. Into the backwards walkover with no difficulties. Plenty going on. Bags of difficulty.
The score of Arina AVERINA, 28.65.
Might be that there was more difficulty than in qualification, you know. Oh, yeah, there was. 19.5 for Arina AVERINA. Execution 9.15. 28.65 is a huge number. So she's gained about 3/4 of a mark
Alina HARNASKO
on difficulty and gained 3/10 in execution. That is going to take some serious beating from Arina AVERINA. Belarus represented by Elena Hanasco, who secured the bronze medal in the ball competition. The only gold medal that she has won in the World Cup series was with the clubs in Sofia in 2017. She has some splendid work with this piece. Fifth strongest in qualification, 24.25.
Cette nuit, intenable insomnie, la folie me guette. Je suis ce que je fuis. Elle me dit, tu peux rater des lits, quoi qu'il advienne. On traîne ses chaînes. Je veux mes nuits à la symphonie et au blasphème. J'avoue, je maudis tout ce qui pleurent les violons de ma vie, la violence de mes envies, symphonie, symphonie. Je noie mon ennui dans la mélomanie. Je tue ma phobie dans la désharmonie.
The origins of the sport of rhythmic gymnastics lie
Alina
not just in
HARNASKO
dance but in
Belarus.
performance as well, in theatricality. You look at people like Émile Jacques Dalcroze, Francois Delsart, Georges Dominy, Isadora Duncan. And Harnasko is the embodiment of a performer, not simply a dancer. There is character, there is effervescence to what she does. Stable penché turns. If you really are keen on your history of performance art and interested in going back to look at some of the origins of this sport, well, starting with the Eurythmics movement to Hellerau, led by Adolphe Appiah and Emile Jacques Dalcroze, would be a great place to do it. Most interesting. A brand new artistic movement for Europe, founded in the early part of the 20th century.
55.
26.55 for Harnasko. She finds herself in the provisional silver medal position. She goes up by over 2 marks from qualification. Bulgaria's impressive new prospect, Tatiana Volgenina, competes for the Levski Iliana club in Sofia. 6th strongest in qualifying. If you're new to watching rhythmic gymnastics, a question to ask yourself, and indeed in all gymnastics, is when looking at gymnasts who are turning, who are pirouetting, has the turn come to an end, or has the gymnast decided the turn has come to an end? Volgenina falls into that latter category. She stops turning when it is time for her to stop turning. She never seems to fall out of the turn. She makes it part of the choreography to escape the turn, rather than that sense almost of a potter's wheel just slowing down. For her, the intensity is maintained until the sequence finishes. This is perhaps the greatest example in her penché turns, which are just lovely. The toe point well maintained. A shame we didn't get to see how she exited that, because it was in many ways the finest part of the sequence. Looked as though the routine maybe slightly lost its way just towards the end, but nonetheless this is an exciting athlete and one of considerable promise. Tatiana Volgenina began training at 6 in Irkutsk in the Russian Federation, moved to Bulgaria in 2015 with her family, started competing for them in 2017.
24.5.
It's 24.5 for Volgenina, and she is in 3rd position. She's jumped up by over half a mark from qualification. So at the halfway mark then, we have Arina AVERINA, Alina HARNASKO, Tatiana Volgenina. We've already seen the Spanish group. A chance now to see a gymnast who is campaigning for Olympic qualification. Polina Beregina of Spain, the 7th strongest in qualification. She won her 3rd national championship last year. Now, you can't go wrong if you take ballet and you blend it with classical Irish step dancing, can you?
Spain.
Maybe it's just the part of the world that I'm from, but that's a lovely routine, actually. May seem like an unusual choice for a Spanish gymnast to be using Celtic music, but actually if you really listen to a lot of music from particularly the north of Spain, there's a wonderful overlap of Celtic music traditions, and actually a lot of the music of northern Spain uses similar pipe and bagpipe orchestration. It's a great overlap actually among the Celtic musical nations. Just had a bit of difficulty with the apparatus towards the end, but it was a nice blend of choreography. Did work some clear features of Irish step dance into the routine. 23-year-olds, very
The
experienced,
score of Polina Beregina,
and
20
clubs
points,
tends to be
65.
where she features when in World Cup finals. Does occasionally make ribbon finals as well.
Colombia,
20.65
Sofia Rafaeli
for
ITA,
Beregina.
Italia. Please
Down
welcome
by
Sofia Rafaeli,
3
Italy.
marks and then some from qualification. Well, she isn't having a bad World Cup career so far, the 16-year-old Sofia Rafaeli. This is where it all started. With the clubs in Sofia, she took a silver medal, third strongest in qualification. They are a little bit
Sofia
excited
Rafaeli,
by
Italy.
Sofia Rafaeli in Italy. They have been a little bit excited for some time. Speaking to Italian rhythmic gymnastics fans over the years, the last few years, there's been lots of, oh, we've got a great junior coming through. You're going to be surprised and excited by what she's all about. And how lovely it is when you see a junior inhabit a senior space with such confidence. And again, one goes back to the origins of rhythmic gymnastics and some of the innovative dancers that were working in the early part of the 20th century and just what an impact they had. They were innovators, and she also is innovative and memorable. Lovely stability going into the back bend position. Chaîné turns, clean and tidy. One of the most fundamental moves of rhythmic gymnastics and of ballet. But one engages with the narrative when watching Sofia Rafaeli. Does her score engage with the podium? She said she felt so many emotions just being in Sofia at the World Cup. couldn't believe that she was competing alongside these experienced competitors and then subsequently beating a lot of them too. Should also point out about Rafaeli that it's not just that her parents are huge classical music aficionados. Her mother also is a most accomplished ballet dancer. So this is a young lady who is a student of music, musicology, a student of dance. And it all comes out on the competition floor.
The score of Sofia Rafaeli, 26 points.
Third place at the moment for Rafaeli, it's 26 dead on. So she's gone up by almost half a mark from qualification, and the bulk of that going into the execution.
Kelamga Christina Poronchenko taklif qilinadi. Ukraina. Please
So there
welcome
are two
Christina
to go.
Poronchenko, Ukraine.
Arina AVERINA is definitely on the podium. What of Hanasco and Rafaeli? We go to Christina Poronchenko of Ukraine, the 17-year-old from Lviv. Youth Olympic Games all-around silver medalist in Buenos Aires. First chance we've had to see her at international level for some time. That's what in technical terms is known as a toe tapper of a routine.
Christina
Poronchenko,
Ukraine.
back in international competition. All-around gold medal at the Junior European Championships in 2018. That wonderful 2018 that she had, culminating in her success at the Youth Olympic Games. She's a gymnast who is well known for her butterfly with the clubs.
To everyone.
She did, unfortunately, lose the apparatus.
There's no need to cry, yeah. Got to help. Well, we got to help, yeah. Got to live that love. You know what I'm talking about? Don't get hooked up on what you see. Because the greatest thing.
Fourth strongest in qualification with 24.4 was Poronchenko. Actually started in ballroom dancing rather than ballet dancing.
21.3.
21.3 for Poronchenko. Execution of 6.6, and she's lost a couple of marks of difficulty as well from her performance in qualification. So Poronchenko down in 6th position.
Dina AVERINA taklif qilinadi.
We have one more
Rossiya.
competitor to
Please
go.
welcome Dina AVERINA, Russia.
It is Dina AVERINA next, the last contender for the club's title. It is Arina who leads with an enormous 28.65 score. Now, Dina had the highest difficulty in qualification with 19, Arina has bettered it by half a mark in the final. So over to Dina Averina. We've got a contest here.
Você vem cá pra mim. É fogo. Caminhane, você é louco. Bomba, é muito som. Ei, Equador. Vamos lá! Uma galera, o som tá bom. O som lá, eu toco pra você, vem cá pra mim. Eu toco pra você, vem cá pra mim. Eu toco pra você, vem cá pra mim.
Over to the judges for this one. Dina Averina throwing
Dina
everything
Averina.